Step into the dynamic world of the Joe Kelley Show podcast, streaming straight from the state-of-the-art radio studios of WDBO in sunny Orlando, Florida. You're just seconds away from immersing yourself in Joe's unparalleled perspective on the most pressing current events, the latest news, and everything in between.
Welcome to Friday night here on WDBO. I'm Joe Kelley. So glad you're joining us here on the Joe Kelley Show. Now, if you're new to the show, on Friday nights, we've always, here at the 6 o'clock hour, we always do a little bit of fun and games. We like to do some trivia. We realize that everybody's had a long week and people get tired and they're ready to just chill out and unwind. And especially tonight at Cinco de Mayo, I think everybody's getting into the party mood. Everybody in our chat is talking about tequila right now on the WDBO Facebook page. It seems like a lot of people are getting tequila tonight. Is Laurel, Paul, are you guys getting tequila tonight? Is anybody having anything like that?
Oh, yeah. At least a celebratory shot.
Yeah.
I am highly allergic to tequila.
Really? Really? It makes you...
Oh, no. I can't even smell it. Nope.
I can't tell if you're being serious that you're allergic to it, or you just
I'm not allergic to it. It's like having,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like having the alcohol flu the next day. I just cannot handle tequila.
Right. Arushi, are you going to... Any big celebrations for Cinco de Mayo? Hang on. Wrong mic. There you go.
Most definitely. I've got lots of tequila. I stocked up, and I will be done with it by the end of the night.
I picked a terrible week to stop drinking, didn't I? I really... Why did I pick Cinco de Mayo week? Randy, what about you? Do you got any big plans for Cinco de Mayo tonight?
My parents listen to this station.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They don't need to know what I do in the dark night of downtown Orlando.
Yeah. Very, very smart, very clever. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, I think I'll just be going home, and that's about it for tonight. Is it not cultural appropriation if those of us gringos go out and tie one on for Cinco de Mayo? I've become so hypersensitive these days of being canceled. I'm like, gosh, I don't want to go out and have a tequila or a taco on Cinco de Mayo. That's bad. That's cultural appropriation.
No, they'll buy one for you.
Oh yeah, they will buy one for me. Okay, so you guys want to do our generational trivia tonight?
Sure.
All right, yeah. Laurel, why don't you be up first, Laurel? So this is how this is going to work. Each of us has some questions that we can ask, and they all they're generated from certain generations, if you will. So we ask some questions that people that lived in the 1980s will know. Some people who grew up in the 2000s probably won't know or will know. You get the idea. So Laurel, you're up first.
All right, here we go. Best friends James Franco and Seth Rogen got their start on this short-lived 1999 TV series.
Wow.
I know it.
Okay, then
I know this.
You
think
do?
I know this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to Randy first.
No way.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't have the slightest idea who this is either. Arushi, you were up first. You said you knew it.
Yep, she knows it.
Paul, do you want to see it together? 1, 2,
Sure.
3. Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. I never even heard of that. Good job, guys.
Oh, it's such a good show. Good show.
It rings a bell, but I just don't think I ever saw that.
Never saw one episode.
All right, next question. In 1987, Remote Control became the first game show for this cable channel. Arushi.
I don't know. CBS?
Laurel.
NBC.
Randy.
ABC, I guess.
You're all wrong.
Okay.
I know it.
Yeah, I know Paul's going to know it, and I obviously know it. All right, Paul, what channel?
MTV.
That's right. I did say cable channel. I didn't say network channel. Cable
correct.
channel.
That
it was
true.
Did you know that that's where Adam Sandler got his start? Adam Sandler was on Remote Control on MTV. That was his first big gig. So congratulations to Paul Cross. Paul, you get most of our questions right.
I can't help it. I'm a geek and a freak.
Yeah, no, what? Okay, so...
The show.
Yeah, I know. I got that part. All right, who else has questions? Randy, do you have a question?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
What hyperpop star had a child with Elon Musk?
Oh, she's got a weird name. Arushi.
Yeah, wait, I'm thinking.
I didn't mean to. Hang on, I didn't mean to say
that's
a
weird
name and then say Arushi. I didn't mean to say it that
what
way.
the heck?
I didn't mean that.
My name is beautiful.
Yes, your name is it's Arushi. But Arushi, what do you know what the name of this pop star is?
Oh man, it starts with the G. I think she's Canadian.
I know it now.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, Laurel.
Plus, you shouldn't have started with Arushi. She's in the same bracket as Randy.
Oh, that's a good point. I should have
And I
started with
still
Paul
don't know it,
Cross.
though.
Paul, do you know it?
No, I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know it
Okay,
either.
now I'm doubting myself. Isn't it like Christina Grimes? Kristen
It's
Grimes.
Grimes.
Oh, yeah.
Grimes. That's right, Grimes. And then they named their baby with letters that don't even exist in the alphabet.
No,
Yeah.
but it's supposedly pronounced Ashley.
Ashley?
That's how it's supposedly pronounced.
But there's literally letters and symbols in it that aren't part of the English alphabet. I don't know what
There's
alphabet.
an A-12. I don't know. The
Yeah.
one that comes before that's
Very
I don't
bizarre.
know.
Very, very bizarre. All right, Laurel, you're up next.
All right. For what 1990 Civil War picture did Denzel Washington win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor?
Arushi.
No idea.
Randy.
No.
I know it. Paul, do you?
I can picture the front cover. I don't remember the name.
The name of the movie was Glory.
Yes,
Glory.
very
That
good.
was
There
a
we go.
great movie. Denzel is money in the bank as far as I'm concerned. By the way, The Equalizer 3 is coming out in the next couple of weeks or so, which I'm excited about. And I did get tickets for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for Sunday to take the twins, Han and Chewie. So we're all going to go see that on Sunday afternoon. I'm excited about that. Anybody else going to see Guardians of the Galaxy this weekend? It's getting great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know what I want to go do before it's out is we're going to Universal this weekend. I think I'm going to go to City Walk and see Return of the Jedi, which is back in theaters, select theaters. It's going to be so exciting.
What does that have to do with Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's the movie I'm seeing.
Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. All right, next question. What top-scoring L.A. Lakers center was born Lou Alcindor? Arushi.
The second you said LA Lakers, you lost
Yep.
me.
Randy.
Yeah, not a remote idea I can even elaborate on.
Laurel.
Total guess. Magic Johnson.
That's a good guess. It's a good guess. Nope, it's incorrect. I know, Paul, you know this.
He was in the movie Airplane.
He was in the movie
I got it.
Airplane.
Wait, I know that.
He was also in Enter the Dragon
Wait,
with Bruce
I know that.
Lee.
I know that.
Go ahead.
Is it Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yes! What? It is. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's exactly
Wait
right.
a second.
Thank you, Paul.
I thought the LA Lakers was a soccer team.
Yeah, no.
Okay, good night, Ruchi.
Yeah. Yep. So that's not correct at all. All right, next question, Randy.
So what Instagram influencer was revealed to be a Harvard social experiment?
Oh, wow. Laurel?
I
Any
have
ideas?
zero idea. No.
Amassed millions of followers.
Paul Cross.
I did not hear the question. I'm sorry. I was looking at something on the screen.
Would you repeat the question, please, Randy?
What Instagram influencer was revealed to be a Harvard social experiment?
I have never heard
Logan
of this.
Paul. I don't know.
This was about 7 years ago.
I follow her on Instagram. Her whole blog is called The Blonde Salad. Isn't that correct?
That might be a different one, but it's not that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any idea. None of us have any idea. I think we've been stumped.
Yep. His name was.
wait.
Wait.
Chiara Ferrani?
No.
Oh.
It was a boy, but his name was Timmy Thick.
Timmy Thick?
Timmy
Who
Thick.
is that? I have never.
And so you're
This was like 2016. It was a 24-month Harvard study to see if they could create an influencer using all of the generic attributes of influencers.
So it
And they
wasn't a
did.
real person.
It was, I believe, it was a leader of some division of Harvard. It was a leader. One of their leaders was the actual physical person that was portrayed in the photographs and videos.
Oh, that is interesting. What an interesting social experiment that would be. And it worked?
And it was successful.
So how I wonder how they define success in that case by the number of followers, if they have
Followers
endorsement
and brand
deals.
Yep.
Wow. Can you imagine that? All right. I think you guys, let's see. I'm going to try to predict who's going to know this one. I think Paul Cross will be the only one who'll know this one. This Philippine first lady had over 3,000 pairs of shoes. Arushi.
No idea.
Laurel.
Not a clue.
I know her. I can't think of her name. I've seen the pictures.
Right?
When they like overthrew the government.
Yeah. Paul, do you know the answer, don't you, Paul?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Go ahead.
You want me to give it to you?
I do.
Imelda Marcos.
That's right. Imelda Marcos. She has a lot of shoes. She's got a real thing for shoes, evidently.
Meanwhile, her impoverished country was going downhill, and she had 3,000 pairs of shoes. So
yeah, it didn't work out real well. They were kind of upset about that whole thing. You can join us, of course, in the open mic. You can join our live video feed if you'd like to do that. It's on the WDBO Facebook page. Don't forget the WDBO payroll payout returns on Monday with your next chance to win coming up at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. You guys ready for your next question?
Go.
Yes.
All right. What was Rambo's first name? Arushi.
I don't know, Jerry.
It's a good guess.
Jack.
That's a good guess, Randy. Laurel?
Steve.
Steve. Hi, I'm Steve Rambo.
Steve Rambo.
So it's back. It's back to Paul Cross and me. Who knows this?
I believe it's John.
It is John Rambo.
Are you kidding me?
Why
Paul
would-
Cross, how do you know every single answer? Are you feeding him the questions?
No, but I'd like
I'm a little older than you.
I'd like to point out that I know the same ones that Paul Cross knows.
Yeah.
It's just that
yeah.
I'm the one asking the questions, so I'm not allowed to answer the questions.
You know, Joe and I combined have been in the radio business and dealing with this social stuff for at least 80 years. So you
Shut
get to
your
learn
mouth.
some things.
You shut your mouth right now, Paul Cross.
Yeah.
I don't want to
know.
hear any more of that nonsense.
Well, it's 60 for me and 20 for you. So
Oh, yes, of course. That sounds more like it. I mentioned in the last hour that we had Rush Limbaugh news, and the Rush Limbaugh news is that the Florida State Legislature has a bill proposing to name a street after Rush Limbaugh in Hernando County, which is down where Rush lived. Cortez Boulevard. It was going to be named. There was a bill in the state legislature that was going to name Cortez Boulevard in honor of former astronaut Sally Ride, but someone went in and changed it from Sally Ride to Rush Limbaugh Way. And now this bill designates 19 different roadways and bridges to receive commemorative names. So there'll be street signs up that tell you what the name is. Krista McAuliffe is one of those. She was the teacher who died in space, if you recall, the Challenger disaster. She's going to have a bridge named after her in Brevard County. And then this Rush Limbaugh one is going to be in Hernando County. And as you might imagine, Democrats are beside themselves in anger, saying, hey, this guy's a racist, he's a sexist. Of course, I should say was, not is, as he is no longer with us. But what do you guys think about Rush Limbaugh having a street named after him? You can let us know at 844-580-WDBO. It's 844-580-9326. You can use the open mic in the WDBO app as well. While you were at work today, you missed that the pasta mystery, the big pasta mystery, has been resolved. This was all of that pasta, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of pasta noodles found in a neighborhood in New Jersey.
We have some answers related to what you could call a macaroni mystery today. Somebody had dumped mounds of noodles in the woods there in New Jersey.
Now, as you may expect, the pasta dump lit up social media, but now we know more about where it came from. News 4's New Jersey reporter Brian Thompson went to Old Bridge to find out.
I looked down, seen alphabets, noodles, spaghetti. Probably about 200 pounds.
At first, these piles of pasta mystified neighbors here in South Old Bridge, dumped along the banks of Irisic Brook, one after the other. Keith Roast may have seen them first.
It was probably like 3 days ago. Walked through the woods. I was just going through the trail, seeing about just a pile of pasta.
But these were not cooked noodles dumped from a restaurant kitchen. They were raw. And before the rain came, hard. And neighbors say they came from a nearby home up for sale. The veteran moving out of his mother's home after her death and having changed over the years since he got out of the service.
I mean, I really feel like he was just trying to clean out his parents' house, and they were probably just stocked up from COVID. They were just probably the generation, like my grandparents always had a cupboard full of cans and pasta and, just to be safe.
But none of this stopped the pictures from going viral on social media with captions such as, lead suspect is a guy named Al Denti. Another, don't forget his partner, Lynn Guini. Or we should send the perpetrators to the state penitentiary. And it was pasta expiration date. Still, no joke to neighbors.
I just moved in right next door, so that would have been a big mess to start cleaning all the flies in the house, maggots.
But the DPW came in soon after it was called to clean this site up, leaving only a handful of noodles lying around, removing all the rest, even as some in this town wished it had regular bulk pickups, which may or may not have covered picking up pasta packages. The mayor tells me no harm, no foul. The state DEP agrees, so I guess case closed on this macaroni mystery.
I bet you anything that guy wins some sort of broadcast award for that report, don't you think? Just for the silly puns and all.
Was his name Alfredo?
Yeah, so the mystery has been solved about the hundreds of pounds of pasta. My name is Joe Kelley. Thank you for joining us here on The Joe Kelley Show. It's 844-580-WDBO. Do you think there should be a road here in Florida named after Rush Limbaugh? You can let us know now in the open mic or by calling 844-580-WDBO. More of our trivia questions, our generational trivia, coming up next. Stay right there. So the Florida legislature has approved a bill that would rename a road in Hernando County after Rush Limbaugh. And your thoughts, you can join us now at 844-580-WDBO. It's 844-580-9326. You can use the open mic in the WDBO app. Let us know your thoughts.
Absolutely not. Even as a conservative, I've been a conservative my entire life, and Rush Limbaugh was one of the most divisive and hateful people that have ever been on radio. So maybe you can name a collapse bridge after him, but do not name a street after him, because he does not deserve it.
All right, let's go to Ramon in Orlando. You're on WDBO. Hi, Ramon.
Hi, good. Joe, how's it going?
Very good, sir.
I completely agree with that. I've been a conservative my whole life as well, and, man, I love me so.
Ramon, I'm afraid your phone is cutting.
Absolutely not. He's so hateful.
So I'm sorry, your phone is cutting out there, Ramon, but I'm going to put you down then for no for Rush Limbaugh.
Hey, Joe, Mark from Winter Garden.
Hi, Mark.
I listened to Rush Limbaugh for over 20 years. He was not a racist. He loved all people, and it's ignorance, people not knowing what the truth is. If they would listen to him, and I'm sure there's clips of him, he's not a racist. You guys have.
Yeah, you know, I can tell you that when I was in my infancy, I mean, Rush was on the radio long before I was, and I used to hear about Rush Limbaugh. When I would hear about Rush Limbaugh, I would think, oh, yeah, he's a terrible dude. What a terrible, awful guy. And then I started listening to Rush Limbaugh, and I realized how the media would twist his words around. And one thing that Rush Limbaugh was better at than anybody I've ever known in radio was using sarcasm. And Rush was an absolute master at using sarcasm to make a point, or hyperbole to make a point. And I think oftentimes people would take his hyperbole or his sarcasm and brand it as these were his genuine beliefs and comments, and then they would go after him on that for that reason. And I just, I realized once I started listening to Rush, he wasn't the monster that he was made out to be by so many other people. 844-580-WDBO. It's 844-580-9326. You can use the open mic in the WDBO app. Check out the video stream right now on the WDBO Facebook page. We'll continue coming up next. Stay with us.
Please stop talking about Cinco de Mayo. We are Americans. We are not Mexican. Cinco de Mayo can go de Mayo somewhere else.
All right, so I've got a couple thoughts here. One, sir, you're the only one who's talking about Cinco de Mayo now, so it's kind of on you. We stopped talking about it some time ago. Second, it smacks a little bit of being a bigot there if Cinco de Mayo seems like something that you cannot or should not celebrate here in the United States. It reminds me a bit of St. Patrick's Day. Do you similarly tell people that they shouldn't talk about St. Patrick's Day? We're American. We're not Irish. Screw the Irish. So I feel like there's just a hint of bigotry there. But that's just me.
Hey, Joe, if the gringos didn't celebrate Cinco de Mayo, who would? You do realize, basically, most Mexicans don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's only in one state in Mexico named Puebla in which they celebrate Cinco de Mayo. The rest of the country does not.
Yep, and it's mostly the United States. That is mostly a U.S. holiday. The Cinco de Mayo is, that's for sure. We're also talking about Rush Limbaugh and whether or not a road should be named after him. We're talking about it because the state legislature has passed a bill that would do precisely that. In Hernando County, down south where he lived, they're going to rename Cortez Boulevard Rush Limbaugh Way, and as you might imagine, some people are finding that a hard swallow, thinking that Rush was a racist or a sexist or a bigot or whatever the case may be. You can join us at 844-580-WDBO. Charlie's in Eustis. Thank you for calling, Charlie. How are you?
Joe Kelley, Rush Limbaugh. I listened to him since 1992. I have been to his home on Palm Beach Island. I've seen the EIB private jet. He was the most generous human being that this earth, other than probably President Trump. Fantastic guy, right on point, great debater, incredibly intelligent, and racist. Both Snerdby was black.
Yeah, still is.
If he was racist, he wouldn't have. I mean, the guy was great. And I've been to his house. I actually tried to bid on the landscape maintenance at his house, and that didn't go well. But
I'm sorry.
Love the guy. I listened to him. I would listen to him today.
Yeah, I really think I think that most people who hate Rush Limbaugh or hated Rush Limbaugh or to this day still hate Rush Limbaugh were people who never listened to him. And I think if you listened to him, then you started to understand that he is not the caricature that he was made out to be by a lot of people on the left. Let's go to Dalton, who's joining us from Newport Richey. Hey, Dalton, you're on WDBO. How are you?
Hey, man, you just, the previous caller just made my point. I was trying to clear stuff up about Limbaugh. James Golden, his longtime producer and call screener, is a black man. He was with them from basically day one when I started listening in 1988 or 89. And he's not this racist, bigot, homophobe. He hired Elton John to...
That's right, for his wedding. Yep.
Yeah. He's not what the people say he was. The people that hate him for all those things that they think he is, he's not any of those things. That's all.
Right, and keep in mind, and I have a great appreciation for this, but I mean, Rush would spend 3 hours a day basically speaking extemporaneously off the top of his head with no notes or very few notes. You know, he'd have news articles and stuff with him. And from time to time, no matter how pure your heart may be, it is very easy to make comments that get misinterpreted or misunderstood, or maybe it wasn't as articulate as you wanted it to be. I know that firsthand. Sometimes I'll make an argument and later think, gosh, I could have made that more clear. Maybe that didn't come out the way that I meant it to be. So those issues aside, I think all the rest of the portraits of Rush Limbaugh being this bigot, racist, sexist and stuff, I think those were overplayed. Can we get back to trivia? Can I ask you guys a trivia question? All right, here we go. It's our Friday night fun and games. Laurel, Randy, Arushi, Paul. I think we're all ready to go. The next question is, what group sang the song Eye of the Tiger? Arushi.
No idea, but I know the song. Do I get points?
I just told you the song.
Oh,
Eye of the Tiger.
Okay.
No? Randy, do you know?
Gloria Gaynor did a soul cover of it. I know that.
Is that right?
Yes.
No kidding.
That's all I know.
Laurel, do you know?
No.
Paul, I know you know.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Survivor.
This song, Arushi. Does it ring a bell?
Yeah.
Ow! Bow, bow, bow! Woo! That was a great song. Wasn't that a great song? All right, Laura, what's the next question?
The next question is, and Joe probably knows this, so you may have to
I
go
probably
last.
do.
Name the glassblower who designed the breathtaking lobby ceiling at the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, which opened in 1998.
No.
You don't know the glassblower's name?
I don't know any glassblower's names.
Laurel, you're just saying stuff.
There is
Where
no
did you get
way.
this question?
There's no way that's a question.
It's a question. I was just explaining to the people on our stream that these questions on these cards are either ridiculously easy, like a toddler knows them, or they're
no,
like this.
I thought you just hit random on like Wikipedia.
Yeah, there's no way that's a question. Just go ahead and tell us, because no one's gonna. I'm not gonna bother quizzing the rest of our colleagues here, because no one is gonna know the answer to this.
Oh, he's very famous. It's Dale Chihuly.
Yeah.
We all know
I
him.
was going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Randy,
No.
what's the next question?
What? Okay, hold on.
Do you want me to do a next question?
Hold on. No. I clicked off of Newsboss because I was listening to the open mics. But what is Lizzie McGuire's younger brother's name?
Okay, and are we allowed to follow up, like, who is Lizzie McGuire?
It's
Hang on, I'm going to go to Paul Cross first, because I don't think he'll know it. Paul Cross?
Mark McGuire.
That's close.
Steve.
The
I'm gonna
famous
go with
baseball
Steve
player.
McGuire.
No.
Okay. Arushi?
I know the love interest was named Gordon. Is that correct?
Laurel?
I don't know. I see his little curly head. Was it Ollie or something?
No, it was
Oscar?
Matt.
Matt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I did not know that one. Okay, Johnny Depp starred on what TV cop show from 1987 to 1990? Arushi.
Cops.
Wrong. Good try. Randy.
Dragnet.
Wrong. Laurel.
Chips.
Wrong. You guys really don't know this?
Apparently not.
Wow. I know Paul
I do,
Cross knows
but-
it.
Yeah. 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, come on. That's where remember the movie 21 Jump Street?
I know the movie.
Right. Well, Johnny Depp was in the movie. He played the drug dealer / DEA
The
agent.
OG movie, though, not the remade
no.
handsome dude
I thought you were
movie.
talking about the new movie. There was
You know,
an
he
old
made a
movie?
cameo in that.
Wait, no. It was a TV series back in the 80s. But
So
he
confusing.
appeared.
But they have a new movie, 21 Jump Street, that had like, oh god,
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum,
Yeah.
Right, and
yeah,
Jonah.
and Johnny.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill. But
No.
but Johnny Depp made an appearance in
Dave
that
Franco,
movie. That's
Dave
what was so funny.
That's what I said. He played a DEA agent in
Yeah,
an
yeah.
undercover DEA agent in that
And
movie.
DeLuise did too.
That's right. And that was Dom DeLuise's son. Not that anybody knows
Peter,
who
I
Dom
think.
DeLuise. I
Wait,
think
I
it is
actually know
Peter
this.
DeLuise.
I actually know the DeLuise family. Yeah,
you know them.
Yeah, well, not like personally, but I know who they are, and I should get points for that.
Wow, you're so don't understand how this game works. you don't get points for that. We're much too brutal. All right, hang on. We will continue with our remaining trivia questions. Coming up next. Stay with us. All right, here is your next question. Are you guys ready for our next question in Friday night Fun and Games Generational Trivia? The next question, what group encouraged fans to fight for your right to party? Arushi.
To party?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Randy.
I know the song reference, but I don't know the group.
Laurel.
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, it is.
Yay.
That's exactly
Who's that?
Oh, yay. Who's that?
right. Nothing on my computer is working at the moment.
That's what happened to me last week. Everything broke.
Yes, why did everything just stop working all of a sudden?
I don't know.
I'm trying to play the song.
It's Friday.
But I
Probably
don't have
that
the
They've gone home.
Well, according to Paul Cross, my brain is also not working because I can't answer a single one of these questions.
All right, then, Randy, what's the next question?
Which song had the most Googled lyrics of 2020?
2020, most Googled lyrics. All right, Paul Cross.
I don't have a clue.
Laurel.
Something Rihanna.
No,
Arushi.
Lose Yourself by Eminem.
definitely not.
You know, I appreciate the boldness that you come into that. I appreciate the confidence, but wow, that was no. Randy, I have no idea.
It was WAP by Cardi B.
Oh. Yes. And if you Googled the lyrics to that song, you shortly after that got a call from the IT department wondering what you're doing on the work computer looking up something like that, right? Laurel, what's the next question?
This 90s HBO horror series was hosted by a cackling, reanimated skeleton.
And to be clear, you said horror,
You said it.
2 syllables, right?
Horror.
Not horror. Okay. Arushi.
Scream?
No.
Randy?
No idea.
Paul?
The Crypt Keeper
Oh!
is the name of the host. So what's the name of the show?
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales
That's
from the
right.
Crypt.
Oh, very good. You guys
Of
are
course. Of course, Paul Cross knows.
You guys are very impressive.
I guess I should not play anymore.
Yeah, we're going to have to exclude you, Paul. We're going to have to find a category
I
just
guess
for
so.
Paul so he can get stumped every now and again. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Coming up next on WDBO, you can stick around for the 3rd hour of the Sean Hannity Show. That is coming up next. Monday morning at 8 a.m. is your next chance to win $1,000 in the WDBO payroll payout. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight.